Jesus, I woke up today and the first thing I felt was not peace. It was worry about what hasn't even happened yet. I started imagining scenarios, problems, possible losses, possible failures. My mind went far before I even got out of bed. I'm tired of living anticipating the worst, tired of suffering ahead of time. Jesus, I don't want to start another day held hostage by what if. What if it goes wrong? What if I lose? What if I can't do it? These thoughts are stealing my energy before the day even begins. Before this anxiety takes over my morning, I stop, I breathe, and I surrender this fear of the future to you. If you also woke up today with a racing mind, later write in the comments, I surrender my future. Today, we break this cycle. Jesus. What distresses me is not the present, it's tomorrow. It's what I can't control, what I don't know, what might happen. I keep trying to predict everything, trying to avoid mistakes, trying to prepare for pain that may never come. And in doing that, I lose today. I'm here, but my mind is always ahead, always trying to protect, always trying to anticipate. But this constant vigilance is exhausting me. Jesus, I don't want to live as if something bad is always about to happen. I don't want to wake up already on alert. I want to live with confidence, not fear. Before my mind builds problems that don't even exist, teach me to trust the present, because the future is not in my hands, but it is in yours, Jesus. The truth is, I'm afraid of losing control. Afraid something will go differently than I planned. Afraid my plans won't work out. Afraid I won't be prepared. I try to organize everything, predict every detail, guarantee security. But something unexpected always appears, and when it does, I become unstable. Because I like to know what will happen. I like having answers, but life doesn't work that way. Jesus, maybe my anxiety isn't just about the future. Maybe it's about trust, because trusting means accepting that I don't control everything, and that scares me. Today I recognize I am trying to carry what is not mine to carry. I am trying to hold what is beyond my hands. Before this fear paralyzes me, teach me to let go. Teach me that trusting is not losing, it is resting. Jesus. There is an invisible weight I carry every day. The responsibility to make everything work. I feel like everything depends on me, that if I fail, everything falls apart, that I have to get it right every time. And this pressure follows me from the moment I wake up. I think about what I need to fix, what could go wrong, what isn't guaranteed yet. I don't even rest inside. Even when nothing has happened, I'm already preparing for the worst. Jesus, I'm living in defense mode, always ready to react, always expecting impact. But I don't want to live like this. I don't want to turn the future into a constant threat. If you are with me today, I don't need to fear tomorrow. I don't need all the answers. I just need to trust that you are already there. Jesus. I realize my anxiety is trying to convince me that I'm alone. Alone to solve everything, alone to decide, alone to sustain it all. But that's not true. I am not alone. You are already in my tomorrow before I even get there. You already know which doors will open. You already know the challenges ahead. You already know the answers I can't yet see. So why do I act as if everything depends only on me? Today I choose to change that posture. I will no longer feed catastrophic scenarios. I will no longer suffer over what hasn't happened. I choose to trust. If at any moment you realized you've been living in constant fear, later write in the comments, I choose to trust. Maybe that decision is the beginning of your peace. Jesus. I know many of my fears come from insecurity, the fear of not being capable, of not being ready, of not handling it when the time comes. I think, what if I can't? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? These thoughts shrink me before I even try. I prepare to lose before trying to win. Jesus, I don't want insecurity to define my decisions anymore. If you brought me this far, there is capacity in me. If I'm still standing, it's because you have sustained me. Today, I choose to believe I am not as fragile as my thoughts say. I may not have all the answers, but I have direction, and that is enough to take the next step. Jesus, I realize my mind runs much faster than reality. I create problems before they exist. I imagine losses before they happen. I suffer over things that aren't even real. And while I do that, I stop living in the present. I stop noticing what is already going right. I stop seeing what you have already done. I become blind to victories because I'm focused on risks. Jesus, teach me to live one day at a time. Teach me not to carry tomorrow before it's time. If today I have strength for today, that is enough. If today I have direction for today, that is enough. I don't need to solve the whole week this morning. I just need to trust the next step, and the next step I can take. Jesus, maybe what I need most is not more control, but more trust. I'm always trying to predict, anticipate, guarantee security. But I never feel truly secure, because the security I'm looking for is not in my plans. It's in your presence. When I try to control everything, I become tense. When I try to predict everything, I become anxious. But when I remember you are already in my tomorrow, something shifts. I don't need to see the whole path. I just need to know I'm not walking alone. Today I surrender this need to control every detail. I accept that not everything depends on me, and that is not weakness. That is faith. Jesus, I'm tired of waking up with a racing heart. Tired of feeling pressure before the day even begins. I don't want anxiety to become my identity. I am not an anxious person. I am going through a season, and seasons pass. What cannot continue is this constant pattern of fear. I don't want the future to steal my joy in the present. Today, I choose to break this cycle. I choose to replace thoughts with prayer, fear with trust, pressure with surrender. If you care for the smallest things, you also care for my tomorrow. I don't need to predict everything. I need to trust, and I choose to trust now. Jesus, today I don't want to leave this prayer with the same worries. I don't want just words. I want real change. I surrender my future to you. The plans that worry me, the decisions that scare me, the scenarios my mind created. I will no longer allow the fear of tomorrow to steal my strength today. If something difficult comes, you will give me capacity. If something unexpected arises, you will give me direction. I don't need to suffer in advance. I can rest now. Today, I choose to begin this morning with faith. Not because I control everything, but because you are in control. If this prayer described exactly what you felt when you woke up, write in the comments, I surrender my future to God. May you walk lightly today. Amen.